A grieving mother whose baby died when her severe labor pains were dismissed as constipation has been given an apology and payout by the hospital that treated her. Bosses at Stepping Hill Hospital in Stockport, Manchester, said sorry for the failings in mum Joanne Farrar's care during the delivery of her baby girl Ava in July 2014. Grieving parents Joanne and James Farrar have waited 3 years for the apology, and want to ensure the same mistakes are not repeated. Joanne, 41, said she knew she was in labor when she started to experience severe pain and discomfort on July 7, 2014. Joanne, pictured, 41, said she knew she was in labor when she started to experience severe pain and discomfort on July 7, 2014. A post-mortem indicated that while Ava was fully developed at the time of her birth, evidence suggested she had been deprived of oxygen. But when she arrived at Stepping Hill in Stockport, doctors said she had an infection and insisted she was constipated. The mother of 2 claims she was dismissed by one medic as a time waster. It was only when Joanne suffered a bleed that her labor was confirmed. Her daughter Ava was born after a cesarean section. But Joanne and James were devastated to learn their baby had suffered severe brain damage during delivery. The couple then made the heartbreaking decision to turn off their daughter's life support machine at the Royal Oldham Hospital on July 12. A post-mortem indicated that while Ava was fully developed at the time of her birth, evidence suggested she had been deprived of oxygen. Joanne, from Ashbourne in the Peak District, said, "I did everything I was told by hospital staff, so was stunned when I had some issues with them. At one point I overheard a doctor refusing to examine me and calling me a time waster, while it was also suggested that I have a natural birth despite the issues with my previous pregnancies. It was an incredibly upsetting time." Lawyers managed to secure a settlement as well as a written apology from Anne Bynes, Chief Executive of Stockport NHS Foundation Trust. Pictured, baby Ava. An inquest into her death concluded Ava died of natural causes, contributed to by neglect. Joanne added, "Having had 2 children already, I knew what I was experiencing was undoubtedly labor. I managed to get myself to hospital and told the doctors and midwives, but they claimed it was just a urinary tract infection. To make matters worse, when tests came back clear, I was then told I was constipated and given medication for it. I was in utter disbelief as no one was listening to me." Following their daughter's death, the couple instructed specialist medical negligence lawyers at Irwin Mitchell to help them hold Stepping Hill to account. Lawyers managed to secure a settlement as well as a written apology from Anne Bynes, Chief Executive of Stockport NHS Foundation Trust. An inquest into her death concluded Ava died of natural causes, contributed to by neglect. Pictured, baby Ava before her death. "I deeply regret that the standard of care that your daughter received was inadequate, and I would like to take this time to express my deepest sympathy on the loss of your daughter and the distress that this and subsequent investigations have caused you and your family," the letter said. A spokesman for the trust added, "We failed to provide a reasonable standard of antenatal care for Joanne and baby Ava, and for that we are deeply sorry.